do something about it. We had the IEBC themselves pronouncing themselves about what would be voter bribery or not. Two of them, Alutalala, but more at this point, Commissioner Anderito said, well, not some are handout, some is not bribery. Yep. What's the threshold for you to say, okay, well, if it's water tanks, it's bribery. If it's just cooking gas, then it's not. How do you do that? Because if this is what we saw happening in Ol Kalou, you can just imagine, because yes, it is a litmus test, you can just imagine what is going to happen around the country in the next 7 months or so. So who then entrenches threshold?
I think this is where the law is unclear. They say the law is clear.
In this case, it's not.
I think in this case, it's unclear. I think it gives the IEBC the power to postpone an election when, of course, certain criteria are met, and of course, at a personal level, if the Bill of Rights contain what you'd call a very robust rights for us to enjoy, and the right to vote is one of them. Political participation is one of them. I don't think, from where I sit, a life is worth losing in an election.
Sure.
So even to speak on a threshold of what amount of bribery would you call, therefore, this is too bad, or violence or disruption, I think, is, like I said before the break, it's a discussion that we need to have. We need to have it. You saw what happened in the November by-elections, where there were serious calls for the IBC to postpone elections. Ol Kalou was almost being postponed, but there was pressure all over the place. And even the IBC, I'm sure why they're asking themselves the same question. What is the threshold to postpone an election? Even if we did postpone an election, what happens to the voter? What happens to the voter? So,
sorry. Sure. What happened to the voter when an entire election result was annulled in 2017?
Yes.
Whereby you say we cannot allow this kind of thing to happen, and the Supreme Court established itself as, let's not mess with the issue here. Yeah. Get it right once, or we put the thing down, and you have to do it again. The voter did not die.
Yeah.
Granted, not as many people went to vote in the second round as they did in the first. But if you're going to insist that things be done right, perhaps there is at some point where somebody must bell the cat and bell it unequivocally.
That's right.
So who does that?
I think in this case, there is still room for someone to go to court, like someone did in 2017. I mean, while the IBC did not postpone these elections, if, for instance, like I said, the allegations, using the ILOG statement, for instance, that spoke about serious violations of undocumented, what you call like very serious electoral offences, if these were to be investigated and culprits found, and whether it is the winner or the loser, and prosecutions held, what would then happen to the winner, assuming he was found to have committed electoral offences, or the people? So I agree with you that I think the truth is that if you want to bring order, it starts now. It's like Maraga did in 2017. Will there be someone bold enough in Ol Kalou or in other Kenyan to go to court and say, because a number of observation reports, including IBC's own admission, that the pre-election environment was visibly compromised? What does it mean